Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
But that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Four yards remain for second down. Mond now off of play action. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be fourth down. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this is incomplete. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Mostert hit, and he drops the ball. And this belongs to the Vikings. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Now it's 2nd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense. And miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tua. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Tua sets up to pass it. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They start the drive with Cook. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Cook following the penalty. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. A good comeback there after the penalty, 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6. They go play action here. Mon. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Give to Cook out of the gun. And this will be a Vikings 1st down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 59 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
First down, here's the run with Cook. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Mond. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
One of my own teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Off the play fake, Mond. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Here's Mond. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Tua. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He is going to find Hill here. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Tua now on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Not much there, only a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It'll go down as a gain of 6. And just like that, it's third down. Looking to pass. Tua. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. On 1st and 10, here's Mon. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mon going to throw it. That'll be complete to Cook. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Mon looks to throw on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Mond out of the shotgun. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings would extend their lead here just before halftime. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. They juked him. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Tua, the final shot before half. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he's taken down inside the 30. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
14-yard line, 2nd and 11. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. Cook, a first down and more. And finally brought down at the 43. An even 100 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Mon looks to throw. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Now Cook running right. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Phillips, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
A Mostert, a 1st down carry, and this will wind up only getting him a couple, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From midfield, here's Tua. And get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Tua now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the gun, it's Tua.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Vikings are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
The Vikings on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Now Mond.
This is going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. They hand it off to Mostert. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word. But if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop, because you see the net result here. If you go ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 79 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
Touchdown! Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you, and make sure they touch it.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Mond. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle.
Hey, look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them
in a much more secure position. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill, and he's brought down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Tua to throw. Open net is Waddle, complete.
Yeah, he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Now Tua.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same.
And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.